Hi, here is Yetlong presenting course IFN661 Activity 2 with fingerprint sensors. Here is the problem. There are too many cards to identify yourself. You got your passport, your driver's license, your student ID card, your work ID card, maybe another student ID card, Medicare card, and industrial card, and a bunch of credit cards. Look at this gentleman. He's trying to identify himself by showing all his cards. It looks like a burden, right? So here's come out a solution. You are no longer to bring so many cards to identify yourself. Fingerprint sensors allows you to use your fingerprint to identify yourself. Because everyone's fingerprint are unique. But how come fingerprints are unique to everyone? Skin on the palmar surface of the hand and feet form ridges in a pattern that are unique to each individual and which do not change over time. Even identical twins who share the same DNA do not have the same fingerprints. Just like people in the past, they put their hand on the ink and then they put their hand on the paper in order to get the record of the fingerprint. Here is the key technical feature. The fingerprint algorithm is using the patterns of the fingerprint to recognize the fingerprints between you and I. There are three kinds of patterns: whirl, loop, and arch. To collect the fingerprint picture, you have to use sensors. These are three kinds of common sensors that we will use in fingerprint sensors: obstacle sensors, ultrasound sensors, and capacitance sensors. Obstacle sensors using light to turn vary and ridges on the fingers into pixels in order to store as data. Ultrasound sensors. Ultrasound sensors using the same concept as obstacle sensors, but by using the light source, ultrasound sensors use the ultrasound in order to get a higher resolution fingerprint for medical reasons. Capacitance sensors. Capacitance sensors use the same concept as previous two sensors, but instead of using a light source or ultrasound, you use the sensor array and sensor chips to provide the same function in order to get the fingerprint. In a cheaper way, Apple has implemented the sensors into its product, which is Touch ID. You can find Touch ID in Apple products like iPhone 5s, iPhone 6, iPhone 7. Here's the sample use. You may use your fingerprint in your workplace check-in, your bank identification, airport security and identification, or climate research, and also simply unlock your phone. Here's the future and developments. Fingerprint will be more popular use. You will use it as your key, your credit card, password, and you don't need to change for anything because fingerprint will not change. But due to so many things are linked to your fingerprint, security concern will be a serious question. And Microsoft is trying to merge the fingerprint into the screen. That means there will be no fingerprint sensors like the Touch ID in Apple product. You will just simply touch your hand on the touchscreen. The touchscreen will do the fingerprint function for you. And here is the reference. And here is the end of the presentation. Thank you.